Alright, welcome back. As I said before, we are now going to be going after the artifact weapon for the tank spec of the Death Knight, Blood.
Yes, suffer well.
The Maw of the Damned. Gorlix the Flesh Ripper is a monstrous demon warrior. With his massive axe, the Maw of the Damned, he has devastated entire worlds in the name of the Legion. Taking this powerful weapon from Gorlix will require treading directly into the heart of the Legion's assault on our world, but the power of the Maw is well worth the risk. Hold on. There we go.
I will listen.
Sorry, don't need anything popping up in chat as we're doing this.
We will have our revenge.
So once again, the Lich King just zoop, hi, just like there's no like ring incoming message or anything. You just all of a sudden we just randomly hear him hi. I'm like it's like it's just me. Gorlix the Flesh Ripper is a monstrous demon, the butcher of 1,000 worlds. He has exterminated countless races with his axe, the Maw of the Damned. A group of Evan Blade was dispatched to slay him, but they have gone missing. You will succeed where they have failed. You will not be alone in this. I have sent Baron Silver ahead to assist you. Go, obtain the Maw of the Damned, and ensure that Gorlix is no more. So you can see I kind of changed my transmog to the red version of the armor. Also, I put on the red scythe from Argus. Because, look, there are times I am okay with showing off a bit. I'm just saying. Hold on. Right here. So you remember in the other two videos I showed you for the Marksman Hunter and the Holy Priest, how he went to this same little area here for this portal? Well, now there we see the other one for this, the Blood Death Knight. Heck, he's even still here waiting for us if we want to go back. I told Baron Silver that you were coming, but he ran in anyway. That fool is going to get himself killed. Yeah, Baron Silver is not exactly the best of the knights. We've got this side of the portal secured. I would certainly think so, Rantuko. I mean, for goodness sakes, you're wielding Apocalypse. Oh, no, not Apocalypse, Armageddon. Apocalypse, Armageddon, same thing. Right? At least in terms of name. I mean, look, you see a Tauren Death Knight wielding Armageddon. You get out of the way, right? Okay, looks like Silver has actually been getting ahead of me. But he also looks like he has Alright, you know what? I gotta do everything for you, Baron Silver. Just shows how incompetent you apparently are.
I suppose I owe you one. I almost had my
Yes, you do.
death there. The Lich King said my partner would be one of the mightiest knights ever known. I assume he was speaking of you. I'll rely upon your skills to get us through this in one piece. Let's get going. Felguard roam the path ahead. I've kept my distance from them, but with you leading the way, we can fight through.
So there are a number of Death Knights amongst the Ebon Blade that I actually do like. Baron Silver is not one of them. As you can probably tell, Silver is, well, kind of a jerk. Doesn't really care at all about any of the other fellow Death Knights. Pretty much just cares about himself. He doesn't even, like, you know, believe the Lich King when he was, like, talking about me being his backup. He's like, oh, I assume he was talking about you. Like, he, like, you know, doesn't even really believe that Lich King would actually, like, you know, talk about me that way. He's like, really? You? Why would the Lich King ever want to, you know, speak that highly of you?
I'll bring down the barrier. Watch my back.
Sure. I mean, after all, we are a tank, right?
Rend you limb from limb!
So, there's been a couple of minor changes from what I've seen.
And down it goes.
What is this? More foolish mortals infesting my realm? You've come a long way just to die.
Knights, escape while you can! This demon is too strong to...
Silence! I shall drain your blood next.
Margrave led the previous team that tried to kill Gorlix. I'm surprised he's alive. I didn't think the Legion kept prisoners.
Yeah, they don't. Unless it's for a specific reason. This is especially on display in the Paladin quest, where we go after the Ashbringer.
Did you hear that? I think something's in that building up ahead. Let's investigate.
Rend you limb
Must get
from
closer.
limb.
No, you won't. Because I'm Blood. I'll be the one who tears you apart. Or rather, just kind of, you know, suck all the blood out of your body.
Well, if it isn't Margrave's protege, Dagnar. Finding you strung up like this is a surprise. I would have expected a more gory end.
Spare me your gentle words, however. I've not had me final death yet. These bloody demons are gonna learn the new meaning of suffering when I get free. A beast called Salanor carries the keystone that unlocks these bindings. Free me, and I'll help you slay the bastards.
I suppose you'll be more useful to us alive. Very well. Let's be swift about this.
Yeah. No, you want to get yourself killed, Sliver, go ahead. I'd rather help Dagnar down. See, Silver kind of represents an aspect that I think is kind of reflective of some of the Death Knights, which is odd. When I think some of the better examples of the Death Knights are the likes of Stonebrow, Thessarian, Deathweaver. We will also see some of the similar camaraderie from Darian Mograine, which is that there is supposed to be this brotherhood or bond amongst the Death Knights because, well, in a lot of places they're not really welcome in other, parts of, Azeroth and such because they're undead and shunned away and Death Knights and, used to be part of the Scourge. And yet sometimes they act like they don't really have any sort of, bond to their fellow Death Knight. Like, they don't care. I feel like Silver might be one of the exceptions, because he comes across very unlikable, while a number of other ones are actually very likable. Like Thorasan, for example. And Deathweaver. And of course, the horsemen we will be recruiting in a campaign here.
New subjects. What delicious secrets will you hold?
So what I was going to say earlier is that, for the most part, my build for my Blood Death Knight is basically the same, except that they have now made Rune Tap baseline. That used to, I believe, be a talent back in BFA, whereas now here in Shadowlands, instead of it being a talent, it's just baseline, and other things such as Blood Tap is now a talent here. You can see some of the little changes here. Consumption, by the way, used to be the ability you would get. I'll even show this when we get the artifact weapon later. But I'll talk more about that just when we get there.
Finally, the keystone is ours. Let's head back.
By the way, in case you can't tell, I have the blood draining weapon enchantment on my scythe here. Blood draining on a red scythe from Argus. Just to really make it look like it's a weapon that siphons blood from your enemy. Just to go with the theme of the Blood Death Knight. You alright there, Dagnar?
Ah, that's much better. Listen, we don't have much time. They took Margrave to the Citadel. We're gonna have to break in there to get him out.
We're here to slay a demon, not rescue every failure who couldn't get the job done.
What? Don't you have any sense of duty to aid your fellow knights?
That's what I'm talking
I
about
don't
right there.
care. Slaying the demon is our first priority. Come, we've wasted enough time with this blathering.
Blast ye, sliver! Fine, I'll help ye, but I'll rescue Margrave first chance I get. I'll be taking this for myself.
Huh. He grabbed, hey, he grabbed the axe from, Hellfire Citadel. It's a magic
What are you
shield.
waiting for? Get a move on!
There we go.
No! Ah!
Fool! Has your mind rotted to dust? The Legion's magic is easily avoided.
I need to target something first.
You know, for the longest time I struggled learning how to play Blood Death Knight, and then I really just sat down and took the time to read every tooltip of every ability I had. And once I started doing that, the spec just started to click for me. The whole idea of first building up your charge, Marrow Rend charges, keep Blood Plague on your enemies to keep siphoning health, watching, your runes and your rune of power so you can be able to
I don't have a
use,
target.
Death Strike at times to get health back. It was like, okay, now this makes sense.
Another damned barrier. Watch my back. We'll probably get jumped again.
Which side, though? This side.
Another bunch of them headed our way!
It's alright, we're good.
I need to target something first.
Move quickly!
Foolish mortals! Are you so eager to take the place of my next meal? So be it! This prisoner is useless to me anyway! Its blood is weak and stale!
Too far away.
There is a certain ability right now that I'm kind of missing. That I wish I had right now. It's this right here. Death's Caress. You just simply reach out and infect an enemy with Blood Plague. It's a great way to, like, be able to, like, put a dot on certain things. I really enjoy it. And I'm kind of missing it right now.
I didn't have a target.
Anti-magic shell.
I'm out of range.
I must have called it anti-magic shield. I mean, that's basically what it is.
I require a target.
Margrave. Hold on, Margrave. We'll save you.
Doing? Run, you fools! The demon is near!
Fly, you fools. Oh. That's mine. I'll be taking that, thank you very much. And you'll pay for that with, you know, for his life with yours. Give me your blood.
Netrezor! Take you!
The Maw of the Damned.
Good. Now let's get out of here. The Lich King will be eager to hear of our success.
I'll be sure to let him know that you should receive none.
Suffer well, old friend.
I'm sorry, Margrave. So, the Maw of the Damned used to grant the Consumption ability, which is this right here. They turned it into a talent. What it does is it says it would deal massive damage and return the health to the wielder. So nowadays it strikes up to 8 enemies in front of you. This actually used to be a 45-second cooldown. It's now a 30-second cooldown. With a hungering attack that deals 95 physical damage and heals you for 150% of that damage. And that, I believe, is applicable towards all, up to the 8 enemies you hit. You can see why that people wanted this to come back, as they didn't want this ability to just go away. So that's why they made it a talent, if people liked it so much that you could be able to actually just keep it. So, I think the other two are decent. This one is interesting, rapid decomposition, but having an extra ability like consumption, which doesn't take up runes or runic power, to be able to just boom have an extra AoE cone attack that can also siphon health from enemies, I think is actually pretty nice. Okay, so now let's head on upstairs. to the Soul Forge. That's a bug. Anyways. Oh, hold on. Apparently I don't even have the baseline unlocked here, because I have to turn the quest in first. Lol. Hold on a second.
Harness your hate. Make it useful.
That axe makes me feel uneasy. Its power is undeniable, but its very essence embodies the eternal hunger. We'll use it because we must do whatever it takes to win this war. But still, I'd be careful with that weapon if I were you.
We must forge our own destiny. A shadow.
The Four Horsemen. I have my reservations, but I will obey your will, Death Lord. The Horde will be outraged, but Nazgûl will make a powerful Death Knight.
More on that when we get to Shadowlands. So now that that's done... So, this is the baseline appearance for the Maw of the Damned. I think it looks pretty cool, and I love the effect there where it looks like it's continuously, like, trying to eat, you know, essence or blood and such, you know, through that skull there, which is very symbolic when you learn about the lore behind this weapon. And I'll talk about that in a second. And, you know, and I made a whole separate video about it if you're very curious to know what exactly that lore is. So on the back here, you can see the upgrade appearance. More filled out there, spikes there. This is for completing the Order Hall campaign. Even looks like an upgrade appearance to the skull in the middle there. Pretty cool. Different colored tints here. This is the Balance of Power one. I want to do the Balance of Power questline for my Death Knight just to get this appearance, because it's a scythe. I mean, my gosh, that looks so cool. A Blood Death Knight with a scythe that looks like that? Oh my gosh, yes please. Hold on. I'll wait until it rotates to show you again. It's got this little thing there. There you go. So then we've got this. That's for the World Bosses achievement. Doing a Mythic 15, which I have done for that. And that's the Glory of the Legion Hero. This is the PvP appearance. It's kind of interesting, kind of axe type of look here. With a blindfold on the skull portion there. Some runes there. It actually does match the mythic set from the Nighthold. It's actually the appearance I've been using on my main Death Knight, because he uses the mythic set from Nighthold, which has the Lich King-like helm. So you can see it's got blindfold with, you know, as if it's like, you know, a demon hunter. It's interesting. But yeah, at some point I want to do this questline on my Death Knight just to get this appearance, because oh my gosh, yes. Now, there is a secret appearance for this weapon. I do not have it. And the way to get it is you have to get the last chest in the Withered Training stuff. So for those of you, you know, who may need a reminder, the Withered Army Training is the stuff here in Suramar where you train the Withered. It requires lots and lots of ancient mana, where you have to do it over and over and over to get to the last chest. I've never done that with any class because I'm not fond of that Withered Army Training thing. I'm really not. And I looked at the secret appearance for Blood Death Knight. It really doesn't seem all that worth it. It's really not that impressive, in my opinion. I don't really think it's really that interesting of a look. If you're going to put time in to get an appearance for Blood Death Knight, I would recommend doing the Balance of Power one for that Reaper one. So, anyways. That is the quest for the Maw of the Damned. The Blood Death Knight artifact. So, I may end up showing you either the Paladin ones next, or the Druid ones next, or maybe just the Guardian. I don't know. I do want to do the Guardian because of Ursoc. You know. But I'm definitely thinking about doing the Paladin ones again. I'm not going to do the Shaman ones, and I don't need to do the Demon Hunter ones again, I don't think. So. Plus, I haven't made another new Demon Hunter, so I may just re-show the Starting Zone again at some point, but who knows. Anyways, I will see you guys next time.